So, hello and welcome to MATLAB course. This is Salim. In this video, I'm going to talk about MATLAB Script file, and I will cover during the video the following topic. First, why to use MATLAB Script file, how to create a new MATLAB Script file, what is a change in MATLAB window will happen when we open the MATLAB Script file, for example, either any new tabs, and let's take example for that. First of all, if you have a big code or the code which you are going to run many times to test many parameter, it is better not to use a command window. It's better to use the MATLAB script file. So MATLAB script file, it's give you the chance that you can work on your file for several times, close it and then open it again and change it some parameter and update your code and easy to run. So let's consider that today. And of course, during the high school, we taught the law of cosine, and the law of cosine, if we know this A and this B and the angle gamma, we can easily estimate this side C. So the C, it will be C square equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cosine gamma. And similarly, if we know A, B, and C, and we need to estimate it any angle, for example, alpha, so the alpha, it's cosine inverse B square plus C square minus A square divided by 2BC. And during our previous video, we talked about the variable assignment in MATLAB, and we explained in details how we can define these variables and estimated the side C and side gamma. So in the previous example, we know the A is equal to 27, B 43, and gamma is 105, and we need to estimate it C and gamma. Let's quickly do this example to show what's the limitation of command window and the advantage of the script file in MATLAB. Let's go to MATLAB. I will open MATLAB, so let me minimize all the window, and then let me open MATLAB. So now we open MATLAB, and in MATLAB we can see the command window, the workspace, and the command history. If you can see the command history, just from the layout, and then command history, and select dot. And the current folder window, I already make it minimize. So from this action icon, I select minimize. I don't need to restore. So let's try first to restore the previous example. So in the previous example, we took that A is equal to 27, and then B was equal to the 43, and then the gamma. And because gamma is kind of a special character, we can't write gamma, we should write gamma as G-A-M-M-A. And gamma 105, and we use the semicolon to suppress the output, so we can see the output. And if we check now the workspace, we can see A, B, and gamma. And for C, it is equal to the square root of, and then we should write A square plus B square minus 2AB cosine the gamma. So we should write here A square plus B square minus 2AB cosine gamma, 2 multiplied to A multiplied to B multiplied to cosine, and this is cosine D, and then it should be gamma, so here gamma, and close the brackets. And the value will be 56.3824, and we need to estimate it now alpha. So alpha, it is equal to cosine inverse, and cosine inverse should be A cosine, and this is, we need it in degree, and then we open parentheses, and again we have numerator divided by denominator, and in the numerator part we have B square plus C square minus A square, and divided by 2 multiplied to B multiplied to C. And then press enter. So the alpha at 27.5521. Now we estimated that, but the problem is, suppose that we need to change some value. For example, what will be the answer if a equal 30, not 27? In that sense, we should, for example, I need to repeat again. So one of the things is click A and place up arrow to have the previous things. And then I need to change this value, instead 27, maybe 30, and press, for example, enter. But here, the only change happened to A. So A is 30, but still C is the same, which is 56.3824. But we need to update the answer for C and for the alpha based on that new things. So we should again called again the value C. So we write C and place up arrow to have this one, and then please check the value in the workspace variables and press enter. In that sense, the value already changed for C, but still alpha doesn't change. So we should again write alpha and up arrow and then press again. So alpha updated, but this is inconvenient. If again I need to update it, the value B, instead of 43, make it 50. So B, we can write B, for example, 50 or 59, and then semicolon and then enter, but still C and alpha doesn't change. This is inconvenient, especially if you have a very long code. So let's check how we can use the script file to do that. And to open a script file, you have 3 ways to do that. Let me show you first in the PowerPoint. To open the new script file, you have 3 ways to do that. The first one is from the Home tab, click here, New Script. Or you can go to this plus sign, which have the new, and then under that, click New Script. The third way is just in your, like using the shortcut in your keyboard, press Control and at the same time the letter N, you will have the new script file. So let's go back to MATLAB and do that. So here we need to create a new script file. So we can click here, New Script File, or New Script File, or Control N. I will click New Script File. And once I click New Script File, you can please check what happened. Previously, we have Home, Plot, Apps. So let me close again. Please notice only 3 tabs we have, Home, Plot, Apps. And we don't have any other tabs. But if we go to the Home, and then this time New Script File, so you can see there are 3 more tabs, and these 3 tabs only shown once you create a new script file or open a new script file or open a script file. So if it new or already in your PC, you will see this new tab. But if you open the script file, you will see 3 tabs, which is Editor, and Editor is one of the most important tabs in the script file, and we using, for example, 90%. But Publish and View is always also important, but we don't use frequently comparing to the Editor. And let's explain what is the Editor have from the PowerPoint and then come back again. And once here I explained, once you open the script file, you will have new 3 tabs, which is Editor, Publish, and View. And the Editor tab here, you can check that. You can see these small lines and some gray text here. It's right File, Navigator, Edit, Breakpoint, Run. This kind of section. And every section do kind of some tasks which have the similar activity. For example, in the file bot, you can create new file or open file or save file or find file. It's related to file. In the navigation bot, you can find or go to or search, something like that. In the editor bot, you can insert something, so you can edit your script as we are going to show. For example, you can insert section or insert comment or insert indentation, but we don't use it so much today. And for the breakpoint is also important if you have a big code and you need to check this code and find the error. So you need to use the breakpoint to kind of debug your code. And the run bot, you can run your code as we are going to show. So let's go back to MATLAB. Let's close this. This is just empty. And here we have this new script file. And in the script file, we don't need to write again the previous example. So if we need to do the same things again, all what we need to do is we need to, for example, this is the comment history. And do you remember we have some comment here? To copy from this command line, just select what you wish, select the first one, and for example, press and hold the control button in your keyboard and select the second and the third. So you can select multiple, right click, copy, and then go here and click Control V, right click, paste, or Control V you can paste. So now here we kind of paste what we already do before. And let me show you what will happen for the script file. We need to run, but let me first remove this variable because we need to know what will happen. Let me write CLC and let me make the command window a bit bigger. So I need to run the script, and run, it's easy. Here's run. Let's run. But if we click run, what will happen? Let's check. If we run, he will ask me, first you need to save the file before run the file, because you need to save the script file before running. So in that sense, we are going to save, and he say that this window is opened in this PC download, which if I need to check, this is the current folder path. This is where I can check the things. For example, here's user Salem window. Let's copy this or click and then right click, copy, and open PC, and then here in this PC, let's paste here. Right click, paste this place and click enter. You can see here we have the law of cosine image. If I open that image, it is the same example we use. And let's put side by side with MATLAB, and this is the current folder path, and if we click the current folder, we can see the same image here. So this is the same location we have. And I open with like side by side because now if I run, and he asked me to save and he need the title, we can write triangle. And I need to save, and please note that this is the .m. So the script file have extension .m file. So we don't need to write, he will add automatically, and click save. And please notice here that the triangle.m code is already, it's here. So they save the file here. We don't need any more this window, so let's bigger that one. And do you remember we clear all the variable, but we have here, we didn't check. Let's clear again. Clear the workspace. So now we don't have any variable in the workspace. And let's clear the window. The command window, CLC, so we have the window is clear. And this is kind of the command history, so we can track what happened here from the command. And in the command window, we need to run, so let's run again the code. Please notice here and here, run. And this time he doesn't ask me to save because we already saved the file, so we don't need to save again. And now we have A value is 27 as we defined here. And B is 43 and gamma is 107, B is 43 and gamma 105, sorry. And for the C, it is, the value is like 56.3824 and the alpha is 27.5521. But in that example, if we need to change A to, instead of 27 to 30, here just 30 and then run. Please notice this time that A changed it to 30, but not only A, the whole code updated based on A. So in that sense, alpha already changed it and C already changed it based on the new A. And if we need to change, for example, B to 55, and then run. Please notice alpha and C and B run, and the workspace already changed it because we don't need to recall every comment. So this is very easy and very convenient if you need to make the people understand what happened in your code. So this is important for you to understand that. But the question is now, what happened here? It is every time we run, it is running only the comment which we can see. Of course, we can put semicolon to suppress that one, and then updated gamma, for example, 120, and then run the code again. Only here the triangle was run. Of course, we can see the output from C and alpha because we use semicolon, we suppress, but all the value here updated based on the new change. Okay, we don't need to suppress the output, but we need to improving our code. Now we have this code and we need to save and we need to close. And suppose I need to open after a while. So to open the code, just open and then go to the place where you can find that one. If you click this arrow, you will find the previous codes I wrote, or just click here, the upper one, so the window will pop up, and then select the triangle and then open. So now I have that triangle open again here, and I can work on that file afterwards. So I can update it here and make it, for example, only 10. This is the A, and then run the code, and the code will update it. It's already saved, but click and save and close. And if I open again the triangle file, it is still remember the 10, the adjustment for us. So it's very convenient for you to update your code and change the parameter. You don't need to call again. And of course, to improving the visualization for your code, you add the comment, like the comment lines. For example, I can write here %sign. It means what coming after the people when the MATLAB will not execute it. It's just for you. So we can write here, for example, variable assignment. And then enter, and then we can put percentage. We can say this is for C side estimation. And we can say that this is %sign, and this is, for example, calculate alpha. So this is description for us, but if we run the code, this is just for us. So the code is the same. And if we clear CLC and we make clear and we run the code again, so the code, no problem, no change. And we just add some text for us, just to easy to read the code and remember what we did. And if we distribute the code, other people can understand what happened for that code. So it became very easy for us to understand what has happened and what's coming from the other people. But sometimes you will have some issue when you run the code, especially if you change the current folder path. Let's check. For example, this is our current folder path and the code we saved in here. For example, if I click here in this place, I can navigate to where I need to change my folder. For example, I need to go to my C folder and, for example, user, and select. So I changed the location where the current folder is existing. But the file itself that we are working, the script file, which is the triangle, is already saved in a different place. If you try to run now, this window will pop up to say for you, this is not the same, the working path is not the same as the location where the script file is existing. And the easy thing is to change the folder. It means that, please remember, here's only C user. If we click change folder, he will change again the current folder path to the location where the folder is existing, the script file is existing. So he will move to the script file location, and it will be easy for you just to know and just to edit and run your script file again and again and again and again. And as we know, that one of the good things is if you need to divide your code, for example, let's CLC, clear the window, and let's make clear to clear the workspace. What if I need just to divide my code as a pieces? For example, if I need to insert a breakpoint here, do you remember editor? And this is insert section. So insert section here, this means that this part is a section and this part is a section. So if I am here and then run section, so if I click run section, only this section will run. So here A, B, and gamma. So I run only the first part. And if I need to run the second part, for example, if I need to, the first part is like entering the variable, and the second part is calculation. So now if I need to run the second part, the easy way is to go there and then run the second section. Now if I run this section, alpha and C already estimated. So in that sense, we can divide our code to several parts. For example, if I need to divide my code here to another section, so for example, insert section. So here we have 3 sections in our code. And let's again clear the workspace and clear the window. And then, for example, if I click run and advanced, run and advanced is mean he will run the code in this section and go to the next section without running. Please remember, see this yellow part. If I click run and advance, so he run the first part, define A, B, and gamma, and go to the next section waiting for you. What do you need? I need to run the second section, run and advance. So run this section and go to the next section. So he run and estimated the C side and waited for you in the next section. So run and advance, he will run the next, which is the alpha, etc. So this is insert section is very important part. The comment sign, it is the same as if we, instead of writing by ourselves percent sign, we can just click here the percent sign. So it's kind of ready to comment a line or remove the comment line, something like that. Indentation is not important to explain now. We don't need to go in details. And breakpoint, maybe not today to explain. That's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.